Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fun Fun Friday. I honestly didn't know if I was going to get this recorded today or not, but I'm here. And I've got a great fold for you today. We are going to be doing the layered gate fun fold, and I think you're going to really, really like it. So let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Just so you know, if you do not follow me on Facebook, please do so at Kathy Stampin' World. But more importantly, a lot of you do follow me. But if you have not joined my Kathy Stampin' World VIP group, look that up and give me a follow there so that you can be in on some follow on my YouTube channel. But if you do not get my newsletter, this is how you can do that. Just go to kathystampinworld.com and a drop-down menu will come and you will be able to get my newsletter if you just sign up for that right there. So that's how we can connect with each other. Lots of big things coming up in the Stampin' Up! World, including we are going to be carrying some memory keeping things in the fall. You're not going to want to miss that, especially if you like scrapbooking. So some big things coming up. All right, so let's get into our fun fold today. And we are going to be using this absolutely gorgeous suite, the Simply Zinnia Suite. Right? This is an online exclusive suite. So you're not going to find it in a catalog, but even more importantly, that means it's not retiring with the catalog at the end of April. In this suite tonight, we're going to be using the stamp set, the dies. It has a beautiful 3D embossing folder that we are also going to be using. And then we're going to be using some of the DSP. And I just wanted to show you the DSP because it is absolutely gorgeous. And it is bright. It is beautiful. It is just really absolutely, I love it. Love it. I'll skip one right there. Okay. And I have already used up one of the designs, but no fear, it's the one we're using on tonight's card so you can see it. All right. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So for tonight's card, you are going to need a piece of cardstock that is 10 3/4 by 5.5. So when you cut your paper off, you're going to be left with this extra piece, but never fear, we're going to put that to use. I do want to give credit tonight where credit is due. This card came to me in a swap, and the original creator, at least to me, was a demonstrator by the name of Heidi Teague. So thank you, Heidi, for sharing your ideas in your swap. Okay, so I've got we are going to score this card. So let me get this up here. And I'm going to put the score up there so you guys can copy it down if you'd like to. This is the only thing that you need to know about this is it's 1 5/8. So we're going to go ahead and do that. 3 1/4, 7 1/2, and 9 1/8. Ta-da! That's the details of it. So now let me show you how to fold that. We're going to fold it in half there. And this, you're going to say, but it doesn't close. And that's the beauty of this thing. That's how we are getting a layer. Okay, now let's take a look. See this? It's different. So it's going to look like this. Now, the next part we're going to do is, for my design, I want to go ahead and emboss on this one and this one. So we're going to use the embossing folder. Now, remember when you're using one of Stampin' Up! Embossing folder, that the raised image is going to be on the side where there is a Stampin' Up! Logo. So what I want to do is I want to stick this in here and emboss. Now, just so you know, these 3D embossing folders, you want to stick them into your um, your Stampin' Cut emboss machine so that the binding edge goes into the machine. But with doing this, it can't. So we're going to be sticking it in this way and running it through, and that's okay. Um, it it it's we're just going to be gentle, making sure not to persist to the edge or anything. It's all right. It's all right. Just be careful and make sure you're using the correct sandwich, which, let me pull it out. Okay, involves this plate and then only the base, nothing else. That's it. That's your sandwich. And then we're going to run that through. It just so happens that I have already done that so that we don't have to watch me fumble with the machine. Okay, so when you take them out, you see one side and the other side, okay? And you're going to get your embossed images. Just want to make sure, there you go. You can see how that's embossed there. All right, now we're going to set that aside for right now. We're going to come back to it, and we are going to bring in another set of dies. Now we're going to be using the countryside corners, but let me tell you, if you don't have these dies, do not worry. You can cut rectangles. The left panel would be about 5 inches tall, and then about 3 1/8 wide, and the right panel would be about 4 1/4 by 2 1/4, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So one's a little bit bigger than the other. So I used the outer 3 of the hexagons, the outer 3, and I've used petal pink, and let me show you the designer series paper I used. So this was the one side. Remember I said I wanted to make a wedding card. I mean, I didn't say it. I wanted to make a wedding card because I had a request for a wedding card in my club. And so this is a little bold, and I decided to use the petal pink side. Oh, this is going to be really pretty. So you can see I cut one of the big ones. The designer series paper came out of the second smallest one, as did another of the petal pink. And then out of my white, which, remember, we had that extra, okay? Out of the white, I'm sorry, this one, out of this one, I cut one out of there, okay? So let's go ahead and we will adhere these. Hey, want to see something special? My son needed something to 3D print, and I said, oh, I need a glue holder. What do you think? Not too shabby, huh? Now I'm trying to come up with some other ideas of what he can 3D print. If you've got any ideas, let me know. I would love to give him a whole list of things to 3D print for me to help me. All right, so we're going to just layer that right there. Okay. Now we are going to attach this one to this side of the paper. And if you look, I'm just going to give it a little bit of an edge here. So I'm going to put my liquid glue in hopes that I didn't just ruin that by going too far over. Okay, it's time for me to get sticky already. Okay, put that on my paper over here to the side. Oh man, liquid glue, it's a love-hate relationship. Definitely, definitely. All right, so I did okay. So there we have that one. I do not know why that's just happened like that. Okay, so that side. Now this other side, I need to decorate this. No problem. We're going to bring this paper back in. We are going to take our Memento black pad and this lovely image, which stamps beautifully. If you haven't seen the reel I just did the other day where I made a different wedding card with this particular stamp, I embossed it in silver and it looks so good. Go hunt for that one because I was really happy with the way that turned out. Okay. Oh, look, a bonus dimensional. What's new with that, you know? Every day. It's always, you wake up wondering where you're going to find it. Okay, so we're just going to add this here and see. So by the time you stamp this and you cut out that other one, you've used your paper basically. So you're using one whole sheet of the white. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that? It's just gorgeous. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our blends. And I'm using the petal pink and the seafoam green. And we're going to just add some color to these beautiful images. And, we're going to go in and add color and so forth. I'm not going to do that on camera for you guys. You're good enough looking color. And let me show you what they look like when they're all done. Okay. So there you have that. All right. I did do some shading, give you some closer lookups there. All right. Now we're going to just go ahead and layer the white hexagon onto the petal pink. And now what I want to do is just pop this one off. So we're going to use our dimensionals. All right. Hope that one went off. And we'll pop it off here. Oh, I'm really liking how that's looking. Yes. Okay. Now, what's neat about how we're going to add this, so this is going to fold under here. This is going to fold over. This is going to go on top, just like this. What do you think? Okay, so again, I'm going to add my liquid glue. And I just line it up because it's the same size as the DSP. So everything's good. So look how this is going to open. Isn't that beautiful? Now, remember, you can do this with your decal rectangles. You can cut rectangles if you don't have the countryside hexagons, or you can order the countryside hexagons, which, by the way, if you decide you wanted to order those, I share StreamYard with Melissa. There was her little sign. Sorry about that. Hey, Melissa. This is my April postcode, and you can order using that if you do, and you place a $40 order in celebration of my 24th stamp anniversary this month. I'm giving away 24 sheets of DSP to anybody who uses the postcode and orders $40 of stuff. So, okay, so now that I've got that, I want to use a sentiment because I want to make it a wedding card. So I have used the Wonderful Thoughts bundle. And the reason I wanted to use that is because it has coordinating dies, so I can bring out the image. So I am going to stamp and cut out the congratulations. And I have used this particular word, I don't know how many times from this set. So congratulations. Oh, well, pretend that I did that beautifully. Maybe I can line that up. What do you think? Oh, not bad. All right. And then the die. And when you're using this die, you absolutely have to tape it in place. So some washi tape or some Post-it tape, whatever you're going to use, and then run that through, and you're going to get this beautiful piece like that. So I'm going to attach that. And I will also pop that off using the smaller dimensionals. So we'll add that right here. Goodness, can't even pick it up today. There's one. And while I'm sitting here talking, those of you that are local, I am having my new catalog launch party on May 11th. May 11th, mark your calendars. Those of you that are not local, I will be having a launch party on my Facebook page. So you'll want to be following that. That will be the week before. So the 8th or 9th, somewhere in there, it'll be. Okay, I've got my congratulations. And next, I'm just going to add the sentiments that goes along with that. The set and says, this is only the beginning of a life filled with love. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to make this special, you could come in with the wink of Stella and even add a little bit of glitter on your flowers. That's going to be hard to see on camera, but when that dries, trust me, it's going to be beautiful. And here is your gatefold card. Layered gatefold card. Now, I want to show you what it looks like with the other side of the paper. You ready? I didn't put anything on the inside. What do you think? Which one do you like better? Let me know in the comments. So hopefully you have enjoyed today's Fun Fold Friday. I think it's one of my favorites so far. Loving the Simply Zinnia Suite and all that good stuff. So hope you're enjoying spring, and you'll come back on Friday next week for another Fun Fold. In the meantime, I'll see you on Facebook, and have a good rest of your week. Bye.